Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Doesn't it sound awesome? The Ferrari F2002. What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today, and we are back with a brand new series. Welcome to MRL, Motorsport Racing League. This is F1 Classics League, and this is something that I've really wanted to do for a very long time, and very rarely do we have F1 Classics Leagues in, well, the Australasia, like New Zealand, you know, all that sort of area. Before, I think it's mainly the Europeans have had it in the past. They've had F1 Classics Leagues, but this is the first time we've had one for our region, put it that way. So, of course, MRL is a brand new league that has been put together by a couple of my mates that I've raced with before, when I first started league racing anyway. So, good on those guys. And I think they also do, possibly, they're going to be doing Project Cars and Forza leagues as well. So, they're probably still a work in progress at the moment, but I'll probably leave a link down below if you want to go check out the website as well. But with these F1 Classics leagues, I thought I possibly could give you a little bit of a rundown as well on each of the cars that we are driving each weekend, like the history of them at each round, because they are going to change up throughout this whole series as well. We're going to have like a few races where we're going to have like 25% races, 50% races. A couple of them are at the short circuits. We're going to be having full 100% races. So, like I said, we are driving the Ferrari F2002 around Singapore to start with. Now, this car, weirdly enough, made its debut in round 3 in Brazil of that season. Of course, they started originally with the F2001 before this car was debuted. It was debuted with Michael Schumacher, and then I think the next round Rubens Barrichello did get that in this car, drive this car is what I meant to say. But in its history, it's had 15 wins, 28 podiums, 11 poles, and of course the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship as well in the 2002 season, with obviously with Michael Schumacher winning the championship. And it also carried on into 2003 with the F2002B. Because of those 15 wins, Michael had 11 of them and Rubens had 4 of them. We're just going to pause for a minute. Here's a replay on board with Sato. A little bit wide. Gets the wall a little grazed, but and gets a little bit of front wing damage. Hard to believe that just that little graze could give you a little bit of front wing damage. But of course, I will have other people's perspectives as well. But he actually cuts the corner as well against his next lap time invalidated, so he has to cut back into the pit lane. So not the greatest of starts, unfortunately, for him. So probably going to show you the first run. I'll take all the full out, whatnot. Done a 42.05 at the moment so far, but yeah, let's just say the 2002 season had its fair share of controversies as well. Of course, probably remember as I absolutely make a meal of it, go through into turn, what number is that? I can't remember. I forgot to bring up my track map and all of that when I'm recording this, so this is going well. So and it's just before the old chicane that was there back in the day, but yeah, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'll find it eventually, but that may have been turn 10. There we go. So yeah, I pretty much had to come back straight into the lane and obviously get this so-called front wing damage anyway. So got another replay on board with Sato. It's a yellow flag head. That'll be the Zombie Hunter, who's had a little bit of a spin there. And we spot there, just grazes the wall again, but this time gets away with no front wing damage. So pretty lucky in the end. You can see it now going to go for a... No, not going to go for the third seat. You see now 42.052. That's put us in P8 at the moment. I think, correct me, Greek's in front, or it's either Greek, Jared, or Dominator's in front. One of the 3 anyway. So, yeah, like I mentioned, going back to it, it's had a fair share of controversy in the 02 season. Of course, remember in Austria, Rubens had to give up the win for Michael. Obviously, pretty much coming across the finish line because of the championship. It caused a little bit of controversy. and also Rubens got gifted a win, I think, later on in the season, which prompted the team orders ban anyway, which of course flared up again in 2010, of course. But anyway, that's pretty much the history of that one, I think I can give. And I think Michael also won the championship by France, I think I say, Manicourt, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So, anyway, that's a brief history of the car. Anyway, this is actually my fastest lap of the qualifying session. We've got pretty much 15 seconds left, so this is going to be my, like I said, fastest lap. So, gotta say, I was a little bit confident going into it, but probably a little bit surprised at the pace of the other guys, because I think they possibly could have been sweating a little bit more compared to me, but I felt quite comfortable in this car. Of course, the characteristics probably of these cars have changed a lot since the F1 2017 game. There has a few things that has changed anyway, but what hasn't changed is you can pretty much, on these sort of tyres that you're seeing on screen now, you can pretty much just go flat out with these guys. You can go like many laps on these tyres and they won't die compared to the other tyres that you see properly in the F1 2018 game anyway. But let's have a little bit of a moment coming through 16 and 17. I am up a little bit, not by much, I must admit. So now coming through the final couple of corners through 20, now 21. Now going to come through to the final couple of corners now. Get a nice run through here, run a little bit wide across the line. We do a 1:41.844, which puts it in P8. It wasn't really too bad a lap. He's on board with our Sato, goes very wide. That was where I binned it earlier on, but thankfully for Sato, he avoided it, and I think he actually out-qualified me in the end, so well done to him. So you can see obviously the XP is a new thing in F1 2018 as well, but DRC Jarrett gets pole, only man in the 1:39, surprisingly, in the 39.92, so he finished in P8, and that's a respectable time there from Popsa to win. Well and truly in the 107% bracket that we have. It doesn't really matter too much. It's only an F1 Classics, but I mean, I don't really know what to expect from this series. I could possibly fight for the championship. This is sort of a little bit of fun here, but as you can see the strategy, not much to say really. It's just going to be no stops here, so 25% race. Let's get straight into it. So here we go. 5 red lights for a brand new season of MRL. And away we go around the streets of Singapore, and Zombie had a shocker. Rain's all over the shop there. And here's Ferrari, but going into turn 1, nearly locking the brakes a little bit. Come around the outside here, and I was having a little bit of trouble with rear brake locking throughout this car as well. So I was probably putting my foot on the brake pedal a bit too much maybe this whole time. So I was struggling with that a little bit, but here comes Zombie now around the outside of me in the turn 7. He goes right around the outside. Probably a little bit cheeky, gets in a track extending there, but he hits the wall there. There's Zombie, and I actually plucked him into neutral there somehow. I don't know how, but here comes Penske up the inside. So I have been swapped a little bit. I am back in my starting position, which was P8. So, I mean, I haven't lost too badly. I did gain a couple of spots at the start, but now pretty much lost all that momentum. Now we're going to chase after X-Dill, who's a new driver I've not raced before. So that's Zombie and Death Bros at a spin at the hairpin there at turn 13. So that's really a terrible start. And Sato's out of this already as I run very wide there, and this is probably going to give Penske the momentum here. Coming into turn 16, have a little lock up, and there goes Penske. I did try to crisscross, but Penske did a ripper move and somehow managed to keep hold of it. Here comes LSEMI and Toucan through as well. So I've really been shot in the foot here, really. Dropping spots right, left and centre. Iron Toucan nearly slammed into the rear of Penske. Of course, if you do remember, Iron Toucan is formerly Ruthnik Bird, who I know very well from the ASR days and a little bit of SRL as well. But now we've got rain all over the rear end as well. On the lap 2 we go. Like I said, only 25% race, so we only do 15 laps around here. They had to cover for Rain here, but get a little bit too caught up in the curve, and that's easy for Rain around the outside there. Now going to have to see if we can try get back here, run a little bit wide there, but Rain gives the wall a little bit of a touch there. Also got Benny F1 behind, who's also another racer I've not raced before. I think him and X still are actually Kiwi, so I think Ryan's definitely probably got something to do with that possibly. I don't know, but there's been an influx of Kiwis pretty much like in the Supercars Championship if you do follow that. But Kaiwas and Benny were a little tangle up there. I touched the wall a little bit. There's someone going through there as well. I think possibly is that Pomps to the win. I'm not sure. I run very wide. Coming through 10 and in now 11, now 12. Survived through this section so far. Got Kai was behind here as well as Rain gives the wall another little touch there coming out of 13. Now we continue on for the Rain. Where the hell are you going, son? He's literally going wide at the final corner. He's going to give me a little bit of momentum. He's still on the rear end here of Iron Toucan. That's going around the outside again. I'm still having trouble with this rear locking up, this rear braking. It's just, I was just struggling with it. I couldn't put a finger on it. I was probably maybe should have changed the brake bias a little bit, but didn't want to spin the car a lot throughout this race anyway. But continue on. There's a yellow flag ahead, and that'll be for Zombie. But I actually run a little bit wide and cut the corner, and somehow getting a legal overtake on Zombie. It seems a bit BS in my opinion, but I got Kaya was behind here, and I thought there's no way I'm going to give Zombie my place back, so I'm pretty much going to have to suck up the penalty, which I did. So if I ever pit again, which I doubt I will, I'm just going to have to cough up and get the 5-second stopgap penalty. Here's a replay on ball with Penske. Tom's getting a little bit sideways there. Conrad went absolutely nowhere off the line. Goes up the inside there of, I think it was I2. There's a little contact here with Dill. Oh my God, look at all this. Somehow he made that work, did Penske, and so did Poms. Goes past Benny, and I think him and Benny and Poms may have come together there. Kyle's a little bit slow, so Penske has gone up into P9 after all that shenanigans. But this is where I had my little neutral moment here, and there's Penske up the inside here. Thankfully, we give each other racing room, so that's fair. So now Penske still putting the pressure on me, which is a little, I must admit, it was a little bit surprising because normally I never raced close with Penske before, but there's me running wide there, and you can see Penske will get a good run here, and up the inside he'll shoot, and he gets the move done. Somehow manages to make the corner. Obviously gets the move done, and he's got, like I said, Iron Toucan all over him. Holds him off for now, but how long he can hold him off for, I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. But here's the other view we wanted to see on board with Sato. You see, look at Rain, just wheel spinning all over the shop. Nearly takes out Sato for his troubles. But, there's contact there, and that might explain what happened with all this drama. He's getting smashed there from, I think it was Penske. Here's Poms for the win. There was contact between Poms and, oh no, that would probably explain the yellow flag, and oh dear, poor old Conrad got caught up in that as well. Now Sato's got front wing damage as well, so it's been a terrible start for him. He's going to make a move here on Conrad. No, just thinks better of it, I think. No front wing, and Conrad's going well and truly wide there. He'd probably have the same level of front wing damage, if not worse. So you can see he's locking up everywhere. He's not putting too much pressure on him as Conrad runs still running very wide. He's trying everything he can. I think he's missing half the front wing. I think for Sato, he's probably missing a little bit more front wing throughout this whole thing. But anyway, this is, I think, where he crashed out.
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
That's a very weird spot there. It's nearly like a little gate there he's collected or something or other. Literally a bit further on as I nearly touched the wall there. Just when the green fence goes into the normal grey fence there, it's sort of where the contact happens there. race. Very unfortunate, but thankfully he gave me this spectator footage, so I thank Sato for that. That was Zombie having another spin here. He's lost half his front wing for his trouble as well, but he comes through turn 3, and now I think it's turn 5, my bad, but actually lost a bit more front wing damage. Now Rain is just all over the rear hand here of Iron Toucan. Probably wasn't exactly too happy. There's somebody's driving there, but he's finally got the move done here on Toucan. Now it's covering the inside line here to turn 1. Can Toucan do anything about it here? Thinks about it, but I'm in this battle as well. I have a much better run there through turn 1. Zombie's now out of the race, so I think Zombie's only going to be a reserve driver, or only did a one-off race, I'm not sure. But Toucan had a shocking run, hit the wall out of turn 5. I just love hearing the sound of this. I assume it's a V10 engine. I could be wrong. I hope it's V10, otherwise it's V12. I think it might be V10 in this F2002, but he got it up the inside here in turn 8, but didn't really work out. And he hangs on for now, so this is really great battling all around so far, but another problem with the brakes, sliding through that corner there. Death Pro thought I sort of had a look out the inside there, but wasn't really anything going on there, but now coming through this guy. I have a big lock-up, and somehow Death Pro survives that, but unfortunately, the same can't be said for Kai, which pretty much just slams in my rear, my side there, so yeah, like I said, it was a real issue with this lock brake, this locking rear brakes thing. It was just, I couldn't deal with it really, so I feel bad. Apologies to Kai for that if he's watching this video, but back to the spectator footage we go. This is Death Pro looking to make a move here on Iron Toucan. He doesn't quite have a nudge. Gives him a little nudge, does Death, but you're going to have a look at the inside here at the turn 8. Is it turn 8? Yes, it is. And still going side by side, but I think Toucan's going to hold on here. Does he do the crisscross? Does Death? Can't really see with the trees, but no, he's not quite close enough for now. We might have to do it down at turn 13. It's a nice run here. Nearly coming across 11 and 12 over the Anderson Bridge. He's not quite close enough at this stage. Oh, it gives him a little nudge there, does Death. So he'd be probably getting a little bit frustrated with Iron Toucan at this point. He's going to cover the inside line here. No, Death goes for the inside move. Not quite. Great battling for position 8 and 9. I think Toucan just hangs on for now. So Death Bro's going to have to fight his way back through here. But now back we go to us. You said Kai was struggling a little bit. I did think about going up the inside, but after what happened earlier, I thought better of it. I didn't want to cause any dramas with anybody else throughout this race, so I said I thought better of it. Anyway, nearly cutting to the end of lap 6 we go, and was lining up Kai for a pass here that he's going to come into the pits anyway for what I assume is going to be a front wing change. So pretty much next up the road is Benny F1 in P10 for points there, and that was actually my first penalty there. That was an absolute terrible corner there, I've got to admit. So at this point I was pretty frustrated with myself for what happened earlier, but we are starting to gain a little bit here on Benny for P10. It's not over yet. Having a nice little slide through turn 10 there. That was pretty much what you're going to see for maybe the remainder of this race. There's a lot of sliding through the corners here. And not quite close enough to Benny, but we are really starting to claw him in a little bit here. As we begin lap 9, Benny has a terrible run through turn 1 there. As he covers the inside line here. So he does a little bit of a break, which is fair. That was all good. No dramas there, but has a terrible run through turn 1. I think better of it here, so I thought the best passing spot was probably going to be, well, probably not here, but turn 7. But Benny runs very wide as I hit the wall there. Thankfully, I get away with no front wing damage, thank God, but the tyres are really starting to burn. Still can't quite get close enough to Benny. He runs very deep there in a turn 7 there. Think about it going into turn 8, but not really close enough here. Yeah, but I felt I had a bit more pace than Benny. He runs a little bit wide again through turn 9. Now can you see what we can do up the inside here at turn 10 through this where the old chicane used to be through here. Very cautiously through here. Turn 13 is probably going to be the next spot here. Benny has a terrible run here. As we go, there's a little touch and well, there's a little bit of front wing damage there and to be honest, I wasn't exactly thrilled with that at that point. I thought that was probably a little bit silly from Benny at my point. I'm probably going to cut a couple of slack, couple of shit for that, but I probably, yeah, but it is what it is. It is an F1 Classics league. So as Rain has a look up the inside here at Penske at the hairpin, I think he's got it done, has he? No, Penske still fighting back here. Gonna have to do a bit of a crisscross here, but Penske does very well with his blocking, so this will really rip a job. You look up here into turn 16. No, he can't, so not quite close enough for Rain. He's going to have to do it the long way, the hard way, and I think it takes till the next, no, sorry, this is next lap. Rain's not quite close enough this time to Penske, but someone's real close. Is Death Bro on Iron Toucan. Go side by side here, these two. Banging wheels, literally. These two have been at each other for a while. Toucan gets into the side of Death Bro there. He's had to go very wide there, but I think Death's going to give him one back here. Yes, he does. So good, hard racing between these two. Now, finally, Death Bro's got position 8 off Iron Toucan. But now lap 10, hit the wall a little bit. Thankfully got away with no front wing damage as well, but yeah, that was an absolute shocker one, and they got another time penalty. So at that point I was probably furious because of what happened with Benny a couple of laps earlier, or a lap earlier, but now back we go with Penske, who's still under attack here from Rain on lap 11. I actually forgot to mention Dominator's out of this race. So Rain can't pass there until the green flag goes. Quite get the move done, but yeah, Dominator was out of the race. I think we'll probably see it a little bit later on, but again, getting close enough to Benny again. I thought, considering this was only a 25% race, there was no point changing the front wing, so now Benny had another shocking run through turn 5. They're going to have to do this a long way around the outside here. But I'm not afraid to do anything silly here. Going to have to push very wide there. Down the inside here, we'll probably break a little bit too early there. A little bit more contact between us. Again, plucked it into neutral there, which is not ideal, but didn't have another great run here. Now going to go up the inside here at turn 10. Can we look for it? Not quite. This was actually pretty good racing, I've got to admit, but yeah, Benny again can't really make the moves up the inside here because obviously Dominator's obviously crashed out. I don't know exactly where he crashed out. We don't have any footage of that one, but well, I've done it somewhere across the bridge anyway. But up the inside we go, Benny, and that was probably out of frustration there. And well, that's probably blown my chance of trying to get past Benny. So yeah. That was probably my bad there. Sorry to Benny if you're watching this video, mate. That was not intentional. I was just trying to get a pass done anyway, but that didn't really work. So inside here's a yellow flag, and someone had a little spin. I think it's LSEMI and Toucan who's had a little spin. Because he's dropped all the way back to P9. There's a little bit of understeer moment, which is pretty bad for Iron Toucan. He was really battling hard with Death Bro. Probably had a little spin. And he has another spin. That was very close to nearly ending up with more damage to my front wing. Thankfully, I wasn't sure whether the ghosting system was working or not, but anyway, we continue on. This is under, what are we, lap 13, I think we are. This is Death Bro putting a bit of pressure here on Penske, who's doing a ripper job in P6. Rain's now cleared away. It's a bit further up the road if you can tell, but Yeah, Death now putting pressure here. DRC Jared still lead away from Greek. Penske covers straight away into turn 5. He's going to do a little bit of a crisscross here. Does Death, bro? Yes, I think he does. Penske's going to get him right to the wall there. Got his replay camera up there as well. Push him wide and he just hangs on for now. Does Death have a look here up the inside? No, Penske covers. Maybe been a little bit of contact here, but Death's going to try no duty over and under here, but not quite close enough. So it's good racing for the mid-pack anyway. So that's, yeah, as another penalty to add to my tally. So 9 seconds worth. Probably not going to help my cause. I'm not really exactly sure who's got how many penalties with compared to like Benny and Iron Toucan. But again, Death Bro all over the rear of Penske. As again, Penske covers straight away. Death Bro's probably got the much better run here. Does he know? Penske doing everything he can. He's allowed to. He's the last couple of laps. So he is allowed to. So that gives him a little squeeze there. But does Death Bro do it again? Right around the outside. Does he get a much better run? Yes, he does this time around. There is contact between these two. As Death Bro has to back out of that one. Excuse me. As now coming through 11 and 12. Somehow these guys are still surviving. I don't know how, but as they get close enough, no, not quite. That was great battling all around from those guys anyway. So have a little bit of a slide coming out of turn 3 there, and the tyres I think are nearly pretty much cooked anyway. So now cut to the last lap. Penske is all still pushing on. Death Bro up the inside. Give a look, give a little nudge, but don't think he's quite got enough in the end. I think he may just hang on here. As in fact, we go to my point of view. I never gave up hope on chasing down Benny. I ran a little bit wide through there. But yeah, that probably didn't help my cause through turn 13. Had a big lock up there, and
there's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
That's lost me all my momentum there, so I'll do it the hard way again. So careful through here. The damage to the front wings definitely didn't help a lot as the fireworks go off in the Singapore night sky. We're going to come home, I think, in P9. Usually every single bit of road there as we do come home in P9, I think, in the end. So, but this is what happened afterwards, because there is a few crash cars. There's Pomps to the win, and I can't remember who the other car was, but watch what happens when Kaiwas comes across the line. There is a massive pile up there with a whole lot of Ferrari power there. A whole lot of Ferrari kit, and somehow Conrad survived all of that with his AI car, and yeah, in the end, there is the podium. So it was DRC Jared, Greek Master, and who was it in the end? I think off the top of my head. We'll probably see it in the results in a minute, but great job for those guys. I think it's DRC Jared's first win in a league race, either like the first time or in a long while. So well done to Jared. Very well deserving, mate. And you see XP rewards going up into level 4 now, which is really handy. So Jared wins from Greek Master, and Chimchar actually got onto the podium. Got Dill, Rain, Penske, Death Bro, Benny, myself, and Iron Toucan. Then he got Kaiwas, Pomps to the win, Conrad, and yeah, and that was pretty much it. Dominator, Zombie, and Sato are the only retiree. Sorry, DNS from the whole session. But there was a lot of warnings. Don't you worry. There's a whole list there of who got warnings. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this first round of MRL F1 Classics. If you did enjoy it, smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more MRL F1 Classics and plenty more other video gaming content as well. I will leave a link down below to the MRL website if you want to maybe go sign up for this league, or even for the other leagues whenever they open anyway. So I'll probably leave a link as well to Michi950, who does a little bit of live streaming for us as well. So, but anyway, until the next time, which will be going around Hungary in the 2010 Red Bull car, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.